All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
To throw is Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 17-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the twist.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 26, check 28.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Chargers 7, Colts nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 46 yards.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Quick throw here to Hilton. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards. Yards and a 1st down, L.A.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That 180, 390. Let's go, P. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, look, 3.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Cluster. Wide. Get wide. Hey, switch gears.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check Mike. Slam.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end.
On second down, Eckler. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler, 40 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. Funchess has it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards the pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. I don't think you got it, sir.
On first down, it's Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd and goal, Brissett, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brett Maher on 40 extra points.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Set, we're okay, we're okay. Set, 180. Get ready, get ready.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
180, 180. Stop your whining. Wait, 85.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again. Rivers. He's going to air one out. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Allen, the intended receiver. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a run with Mack. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Colts first down.
First down, Brissett. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That throw into the arms of Allen. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Rivers now to throw on first down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns. And that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers gets it to Gordon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On set. Block 49. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Play action now. Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Brissett from the gun on third. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. There's some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter? Your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. To throw again on second down. Rivers has got it to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. It's complete to Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. Now he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Wait! Buffalo 1, Buffalo 1. 53. Hey, Echo! 53. Wait, 89!
Again, it's Rivers. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. Rivers with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down. Rivers, and caught by Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
12.
On third down, here's Eckler. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Rivers now. Forced out to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right here, right here.
They run with Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. This pass finds its way to Williams. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Another costly turnover there, second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready? Right. 49. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.